Whoa, it's the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. I'm in here cleaning my windows. Every now and then it's just time to clean the windows, you know? And get like a film on it. Film on your windows, and it makes it hard to see out the windows. You know, I always trip on windows. I do pretty good at dealing with dirty windows because, right, my whole theory is you don't look at the window, you look through the window, right? And so, you know, I don't sweat it that much, but all of a sudden I was driving home the other night and I'm like, dang, my windows are really hard to see through. And, you know, maybe I hadn't noticed it in a while. Just maybe it's more a message from the universe telling me I need to like clean my windows in more ways than one. You know, it's been interesting lately. I think we live in such interesting times right now. Like, I don't know how anyone could say like life's boring. I just don't understand that because wow, it's action-packed right now. That's for sure on all fronts. And there's a lot going on. So I was driving home from the beach today, right? I got Al and the hologram in the car. And we're cruising, right? We're just cruising down the PCH, heading home. And this car next to us was just acting all super squirrely, right? Like it would slow down till it got like alongside of us, and then it would like punch it, you know? Like, you know, it's one of those new Camaros, and you know, whatever. You know, I figured the first time it's just people driving cars, right? You know, people who drive cars are a little weird sometimes. And wow, there's a lot of gunk on this window. This window's hard to clean. These Volvo windows are not easy to clean. They're at such an extreme angle. And so this guy was, you know, screwing around in his car, then somehow involving us in his shenanigans, right? You know, I got my baby on the car. I got the hologram in the car. You know, and I can become super unmellow sometimes, right? So I started tripping on this guy, you know, because the hologram was tripping on him too. And, you know, all of a sudden, like, I'm gonna beat this guy, I'm gonna ram you know, all of a sudden, crazy guy entered the picture. And I was like, why is this human being acting so dangerous with the car? Why are they acting so strange? Like, don't they know, like, I don't know, you shouldn't mess with strangers, man. Just basic survival instincts 101. And, God, no wonder I never clean these windows, man. This is just so uncomfortable. And so, you know, the wheels started spinning, man, on this guy. Like, all of a sudden I wanted to take him down. Like, take him down, right? And I was like, no, because I know not to act on my thoughts anymore, right? They're just thoughts. And so I was like, no, I'm not gonna take this guy down. You know, switch sides. But, you know, I plotted this human being's demise. And, you know, I'm pretty crazy when I need to be. But like I said, I don't act on it anymore. But, you know, messing with my family and stuff, mess with the bull, you're gonna get the horns. But I was also tripping out that this was coming. Whatever this guy was up to is coming from this new energy field I've really begun to notice, and it's this lawlessness, this utter disregard for just common sense or common humanity or whatever it is. And you probably are seeing it out there in the world too. Is just like one of the weird things I've noticed is like people don't have any regards for no parking signs anymore. Like people just park in the red or where it says not to park, and they're getting tickets. Like I'll see it down at the beach. Like not just one random car, not just one random car parked in the red. I mean like 30 cars parked in the red. Just cars parked like where they, then there's a reason why they're not supposed to be parked there, It's because there's a turnaround or, a blind spot or whatever the case may be. And yet people just park there. And they don't seem to care about getting a ticket or the danger or any of it. And I just always am like, who does that? Like, I'm one of those. Like, nothing's more of a drag than getting a parking ticket, right? And yet there's this whole weird thing where people just don't seem to care about that anymore. And I've begun to realize that I think it's just the breakdown of society of people. I notice people when there's traffic on the PCH now are willing to drive down the center lane. And people are willing to pass on the shoulder. People have just kind of just decided the rules do not apply for them, which means they're like dangerous. They're like rabid dogs or something in that sense. Like, I don't even think I clean my windows. I see streaks and stuff. What a nightmare. And so I've really begun to like be super cautious of my fellow passengers on the ship, because whatever that energy is that makes you disregard, I don't know, basic signage. Like, the way I look at it is this: some of the smartest traffic engineers in the world have come up with the signs. Like, they don't just put signs out willy-nilly. Like, if there's a stop sign there, there's a reason there's a stop sign there. If there's a no parking sign there, there's usually a pretty valid reason not to park there. And yet, that doesn't really seem to be clicking with people. Dude, what is that all over my windows? It's like some sort of weird slime or something. And I've become to realize that people have just thrown out the rule book, just the civility rule book, and they've gone rats in a cage, man. I just see the rats in a cage. I think we're all beginning to see the rats in the cage right now are all beginning to eat themselves, and their ideas are all eating themselves, because where do we go from here, man? Where do we go from here? So anyway, this guy driving down the road, I gave him a free pass, man. But that thing inside my head, man, it goes to a really final solution. A real final solution, man. And I guess that's the thing of most people haven't come into contact or gotten in touch with, is like, what do you do with the haters, man? What do you do with the haters that have decided to be haters? What's the final solution, man? What are you going to do with them? What are you going to do with the haters? And this is where I think that we've run into a quandary as humanity. Is, well, we can't solve it the old-fashioned way. People have tried this final solution, and it's just never panned out. So what are we going to do with these people, these malcontents These people that have no common sense. These people that put your family's life in danger, that put you in danger, that make traveling from the beach to your house and to work a dangerous activity at 11:30 in the afternoon or morning. I guess it's still morning because it's not technically afternoon. I don't know. I'm cleaning my windows because I got to get some clarity on it all. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the activity that everybody on Spaceship Earth needs to be doing more of right now, is cleaning their windows, the lenses, and getting a clear perspective at exactly what we're looking at, because I'm not sure any of us know what we're exactly looking at anymore, and we all claiming we got answers, and I don't know if anybody really has a grip on what is exactly going on with humanity, man. Timeline, seems like the timeline's getting thin. Anyway, man, I'm gonna go back to cleaning my windows. Illusion out.